And now, coming to you live from the South African State Theatre in Pretoria, the 2010 Premier Soccer League Awards. Your hosts for this evening, Carol Manana and Robert Marawa.
Oh, good evening and welcome to the most glittering social event on the South African soccer calendar. Well, we have a host of spectacular football awards to present tonight, and not least, the big one, the PSL Footballer of the Year.
Oh yes, but as you know, behind every successful organization, there's a dynamic leader. A leader who not only understands the business of football, but a leader who is passionate about the sport and professional in all aspects of the beautiful game.
All right, now please welcome the chairman of the National Soccer League, Dr. Ivan Khoza.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen. 2010 is a special year for South African football. It is exactly 25 years ago since Mr. Lawrence Ngubane, representing Durban Bushbuck, stood up to move a motion for secession from the SANFA. Mr. Raymond Hegt stood up to second the motion. This was the genesis of the NSL and a newfound zeal from which SASA, the predecessor to SAFA, was born. I therefore stand here today on the eve of our hosting of the greatest soccer event on earth, the 2010 FIFA World Cup in South Africa, in Africa, to pay tribute to the forebearers, the men on whose shoulders the foundation of this World Cup, the success of the NSL, and its premium league, the PSL, and SAFA was built. These great men of vision and action are Messrs. Cyril Kobas, Abdul Bamji, Keza Mutaung, Gilbert Sekhabi, Roger Sishi, Lawrence Ngobane, and Raymond Heck. It has been quite a journey. Long before the Dhaka conference, the release of Madiba, and unbanning of political organization, CODESA, and the historic all-inclusive democratic elections of 1994, way back in 1977, Wits University led the way as the first team to exit the white-only league to play in a league that would be a model of non-racial sport in a segregated South Africa. It was not easy. Mr. Raymond Heck and Ronnie Schloss suffered a lot of arrests and many hours at Langlaagte police station for defiance of Group Areas Act and many of the repressive laws that were meant to discourage and criminalize the natural association of people. Lucky to the Bulls yesterday, they were in Soweto, nothing happened to them. Like we witnessed yesterday, a final Wits meant business. They were prepared to endure tough obstacles in order to emerge victorious. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand here today, 25 years on, and say without any fear of contradiction that we have one of the most prestigious and well-run league in the world. It is not Ivan Khoza saying so because he is chairman of the PSL. It is FIFA saying so after an extensive evaluation of leagues and football associations worldwide. FIFA said general pattern has been to learn in the West and teach elsewhere. They therefore came to South Africa hoping to teach. They left and admitted to having learned of systems equivalent in some areas better than some of the leagues in the world. They are now recommending for leagues and associations around the world to come to South Africa to see how it is done from the PSL. "25 years on, the promise of a new league that would unlock the value has been realized. Our sponsoring partners are shrewd businessmen that have mainly learned their trade at renowned marketing-led companies like Unilever and SA Breweries. They invest in what to a layperson seem intangible, a space in the brains of as many South Africans as possible. They know when to use art to paint pictures and color schemes in consumers' brains. They know how to turn music scores and melodies into recognition triggers for our brains to embed essential elements of their brand architecture. They know how to associate their brands to clubs, activities, and events that are top of mind in consumers' minds and close to their hearts. They also know how to hijack or create creative colloquial terms stolen from the clevers to express their relevance. Absa's Happy Nchingila, Kiaruna Kaufela. Telkom Manelisa Mavuso, Ziawa Mo. Nedbank, Kigo Thomas, Kiona. And Mr. Ayoba Sirame Taukubung of MTN. These men are clever marketing champions that manipulate our psyche by applying all of the above. They know the audience and their target market better than anybody. They would not be there if our value proposition was weak, static, and unappealing. They are not known for being timid and detached. They drive hard bargains. Like FIFA, I know we have them as partners because we constantly innovate and most of all deliver. I thank you, your worthy partnership, gentlemen. At the end of it all, it's all about you, the supporters at home. You are first and foremost in our minds. We have to deliver to you, for the broadcasters and the sponsors to even consider our proposition. The club's leadership know this, so does the executive committee of the PSL. We have witnessed yourself, the days of a predictable two-horse league are over. Clubs come back from relegation with such a zest that they win league competitions in the same season they return. Who would ever thought of a West Amazulu final with 80,000 people in the stadium? We continue to break myths, create records, and reach new frontiers. Thank you for rewarding of our efforts with your support. The constant criticism about football leadership the world over is about its domination by males. A dear colleague of mine once observed that the room was so filled with Y chromosomes, she could not smell the testosterone. She said in Zulu, which translates to direct reference to male, When her brother passed, it was mentioned that she would not cope alone. Well, she did not only cope, she went wafa wafa. Golden Arrows won the MTN 8 this season. I thank and congratulate her for being a role model and an epitome of women's winning ability. Well done, Tata Mato Madala Nabafana Bestende. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2010 edition of the PSL Awards. To bear testimony of the excitement and prowess that has become of the PSL 25 years on, I thank you.